Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. Okay, so I know we've kind of been a little down on these podcasts because there's been so many crazy things happening in the world. But I did mention briefly in a previous podcast, and I'm not sure if it was yesterday's podcast or the day before, but I did mention about colors and how that relates to branding. I think I did this, it was like I was doing the 7-part series on branding. So I wanted to circle back with you because I did promise that I was going to talk about color psychology, and I found a great template that lists all of this stuff with color psychology on there. So I am going to share that with you right now. So I did a 7-part series about branding strategies. Okay, I'm not going to go into all the details of it. There's 7 episodes previous to this. It was the last 7 episodes of May, for the month of May. So, and also in those episodes, there was a brief mention of color psychology and how you appeal to people's feelings and visuals and all of that when it comes to marketing your brand. So I'm going to go over the top colors that we often see in branding and marketing and what type of emotions that they evoke and, you know, the meaning behind them. Because I think that it's very important for people to understand this. Okay, so let's start with the first one. The first one is the color red. We know that this is super popular. The CNN logo is red. Coca-Cola is red. Ritz Crackers is red. There's so many different brands that start with red. Now, in red symbolizes action, ambition, attention, confidence, being very lively, upbeat, very passionate, and it also represents love, right? Then we have the color blue. Blue is often used, I would say, for medical things. Blue is a very popular color for schools. Schools usually have 2 colors. Blue is a very, very popular color when you're talking about schools, and I'm talking about grade school, high school, even college. Blue represents clean and calming and peace, stability, wisdom, integrity, right? Blue, it has this effect, and in different shades of blue. And you'll often see a lot of blue in medical branding as well, because it gives off this very even tone. Almost think about if you were on a boat on the water and it was just going up and down very slowly. It kind of has that type of feel, right? All right. The next thing is orange. Orange often is an action. So it often points to activity. So a lot of times you will see ClickFunnels. And when I say ClickFunnels, those long pages that say, hey, purchase this for $9, or, and you keep scrolling down and it gives you another deal and another deal. Oftentimes, the action button will be orange. A lot of people will use orange as the action button. So orange also can exude confidence, excitement, creativity. It's also the color of harvest, optimism, and like I said, activity, upbeat. All right, the next thing we can look at is green. The color green is often used with food. Many of our foods are green. Green represents fresh. It represents health. So we've got nature. It represents luck, the luck of the Irish, green. Balance, freshness, kindness. This is what we see with the color green. Now the color yellow. The color yellow often represents energy. It represents happiness. It's warm like the sun. The sun is yellow, positivity. That's also a color that would be used for friendship, things like that, right? Then we have the color purple. Not to be confused with the movie. The color purple represents ambition. It also represents success, creativity, wealth. Purple is a color, especially like a royal purple, is a color that was used by many dignitaries, kings, queens, would often have purple robes and that sort of thing. It's like, it connects and likens to things of status. Then you have the color pink. The color pink, it looks at things like, I would say it points to things like compassion, things that are healthy. You would never want to have, if you're looking at things, well, I would say this, pink can be a lot of different things, but I'll go with these main things. Softness, it often links to romance, femininity, affection. It's a softer it's a softer thing than red. Red is more in your face. Pink is a little bit more, like baby pink, that kind of thing. It also can point to healthy as well. A lot of times doctors want to see a pink tongue, like when they tell you to stick your tongue out and all of that. You can tell a lot of health within your body through just looking at the mapping of your tongue. That's another thing for you guys to Google. You could look at that. Okay, what's another color here? White. Okay, white often refers to easy and clean and fresh, magical, modern, anything that's stylish and really sleek. White just kind of, cuts to the chase there. Now, black, on the other hand, is often things that are very VIP. So if you're going to be doing some sort of event and there's a VIP situation happening, a lot of times the invitations will be black and white, because the combination of those two, black is giving you classy, it's giving you elegant, dramatic, luxury, this powerful, mystery sort of thing. Black and white. This is why black and white is so classic. And then we could call silver in there too. Sometimes you have hints of silver. But silver also can cover classy. It gives you glamorous, high tech. A lot of high tech cars. The first ones that they'll put out are often silver. So things that are glamorous and very cool. And then the final color that I'll break down is brown. Okay, brown is a neutral. Brown is almost like the new black, Brown is very reliable, it's very comfortable, it's organic, it seems very, you can relate to it, very friendly, it's approachable, right? So people often get criticized for wearing brown because brown is so basic and whatever, but in the color psychology of it all, when we're talking about business, branding, marketing, it's a very tried and true color, So these are all the different listings of colors. Definitely go back, rewind this, listen to it again. So when you're thinking, if you're starting out in the beginning right now with your business and you're thinking about, what colors am I going to use? What's going to be my business colors, my branding colors? What's going to be the color of my logo? Things like that. I'm telling you, make good decisions with that early. Because one thing you don't want to do is keep changing up your branding. Some companies change up their branding, and I mean their graphical branding, every single year. Every year there's a new there's a new logo. I understand about refreshing logos, and maybe you've had the same logo for 10 years and now you're refreshing it. Nothing wrong with that. But be careful of that, because people get to know you, your brand mark, what you actually trademark, your brand mark. People get to know that. If Coca-Cola decided to start writing their letters the way CNN writes their letters, we would be like, what the heck is going on? Coca-Cola has definitely taken some changes, but that script writing of the Coca-Cola on the can is legendary. And it has been that way for decades. So you don't want to have brand confusion. Keep some remnants of what you had before and just improve upon what you currently have. And if you're just starting out, rewind this and listen to the different things, that are associated with these colors, and find what's going to work best for your brand and also for your clients that you may be helping as well. Because this is something that we look at. I ask clients, what do you want people to feel when they see your logo? What do you want people to feel when they see your website and things like that? And based on what they tell me, I come up with colors that we can use, interchangeably on their website, on their Instagram, and things of that nature. And I'll tell you, sometimes it's not even colors that they like. That they initially thought they wouldn't like until they see it all together, right? So that is the breakdown of color psychology, and I hope that's helpful to you guys. All right, listen, like, share, subscribe, tag me on social media at Onyx Queen Media, and I will repost you in the stories to give you a shout out. But I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.